So we're here today at Jump for Joy. I'm really excited to announce our new partnership together. There's a lot of myths and sort of opinions about plastic poles, but when I came here and had a look myself, I was so impressed. And I'm really glad that we can put a partnership together. So we're gonna have a little wander around. I'll show you all the jumps, the fillers, everything about, and let you know a little bit more about these poles and why they're so brilliant. Right, so the reason we've decided to partner up with Jump for Joy is because of how impressed I was with their poles and their design. So there's a lot of misunderstanding about plastic poles, and I know certainly from myself, the ones I'd seen before, they were very loose, they're very light, and they sort of hang and bow in the cups because they're so weak. The beauty of the Jump for Joy poles is they've got the long lastingness of the plastic on the outside, but then you look on the inside, they've got the wooden infill still. So what that means is you get the rigidity that you want across the fence, but you get the beauty that they're not going to rot, they're not going to get old or look scruffy over time. So with Jump for Joy, it's not just poles and fillers and wings, so you also can get walls and planks as well. That's really, really good for us as show jumpers because, you know, you go to these international events and they've got a couple of different fences there that you've not necessarily seen before. So it's lovely to be able to have a wall at home, have that built. You can obviously interchangeable blocks in here, so it's extremely safe, and not only that, but you can then set it at the height you want to suit all your horses. So, not something that I will be using anytime soon here, but Jump for Joy do also do a cross-country section, fully interchangeable so you can see. So you've got the safety of it not being a solid fence, but you can practice so the horse thinks it's jumping the same thing. They've also here, I've just seen them, they've got the rectangular poles. Now, people sort of question why would you have them, but for training exercises and canter poles on the floor, it really makes your exercise a lot safer. If a horse was to step on it, it then can't roll anywhere, so they don't then sort of get left behind and end up with their legs shot out in front of them. So if you're doing canter poles or grid work, these are really, really super. So all Jump for Joy cups that go with their wings are all FEI approved. So they've all got the safety system to stop the pole getting hung on the cups if you were to land on them. So this will then break off and leave that in the hole. Also, dead easy to move up and down, whack it up to the height you want. So I think the main thing I've picked up from coming here the first time is that safety is the #1 thing with these Jump for Joy show jumps. Not only have they got the safety cups and wings, but also the fillers as well. So they've got this unique design where the filler base basically slots onto the end, and what that means is if you were to come and fall on it, it would then break out and you don't land on a solid thing. Also with this base, it's again very interchangeable, so you can suit it to what you want. If you had a water jump, you then slot the filler in there and it would come at an angle, so that you can have that sat in front of your water jump and practice that as well as having an upright filler. They've also got their cavaletti section, so these are really, really handy because it's actually just the ends and then you can pop them off. So if you wanted to change that to an octagonal pole, round pole, a longer, shorter, like this one is a bit of a skinny one, you can do. So again, it's really, really suited to you and you can sort of change it to what you need. Another thing to mention is that you can get different shapes and sizes now of the Jump for Joy poles. So here you've got the traditional round pole, and then these are the brand new octagonal poles. The beauty of these is that if a horse was to hit it, get trodden on, what have you, they don't then get dents in the edges. So they hold their shape really well and they're actually stronger than what a wooden pole would be. Right, so the problem I have at home is that in my jumping paddock, quite our wings are quite old fashioned, and to get this look of a nice strong wing and make the fences look a bit wider and stronger, they weigh an absolute ton, and to move about the field is really, really hard work. What's lovely with these is that the top is then still plastic, but then the bases can be weighted, and what that means is you cut down all the unnecessary weight at the top, so then if you want to go pick it up, dead easy. These have also been tested by Jump for Joy. They've been put in a wind tunnel and they can actually stand up to 60-mile-an-hour winds with the full wing. So what's good is that if you're at home and you've got a small school, you don't have to have the big wide wings in your school. You can only have these narrow ones, save a little bit of space here and there. Say then you can have them on the edge of the track and you've still got room to canter fast on the outside. Another beauty of the Jump for Joy poles is that you can completely customise how you want them to look. So you can make them as spooky or as inviting as you like. You can then also choose the infill which you have, so they can become heavier or lighter depending on what you're using them for. So again, this is another bit different design that they've got. So they've got a triple bar set up here. Also on this, you can see they've got the 3 different weighted poles. Although they might look exactly the same on the outside, here on the end you can see so that's their lightest pole. Then you've got the black, which is the medium weight, and then here the red, which is the heavy weight, and that really does have a bit of weight to it. Again, you can see though, even with the heavier pole, there's no bow in it. It's always dead straight, and that's because of the hardwood infill that's inside of the plastic. I don't know any other jump company, without you pulling your poles off, sanding them down, repainting them yourself, that can get this sort of customization whilst looking at the class they do. So if you are interested, make sure you head over to showjumps.com, check out their range, check out what there is. There's honestly so much there. You'll be blown away by how many choices you've got to start off with, but really, they are great quality and really worth having at home.